After his 3 years with Hendrick Motorsports, he signed a contract with Joe Gibbs Racing to start driving for them in 2008, and we see the villain that year with him taking out Dale Earnhardt Jr., the most popular driver. Look, I know it's not a big deal, but y'all have to remember that if you wreck the most popular driver, a ton of fans that'll hate you for this remaining years to come. Over the next 12 seasons, he's been getting dominant, and most of the time he's a bit of a hothead at times, but it was fun to watch. In 2015, he was injured for 11 races, but was able to come back, win 5 races, and the Cup Series championship that year. In 2018 and 2019, he won the regular season championship and won the actual championship in 2019. After his second championship, people thought he was going to win more races and more championships, but that's not what happened.
So they'll that up.
And Kyle Busch almost saved it. He collects Logano, and he's in the wall with Keselowski.
Yeah, you saw Joey Logano trying to keep Kyle Busch behind him, tried to block him, and Kyle went to the inside, and I think they made a little bit of contact and around, or which really just ultimately created this mess. Kyle Busch, heavy contact. Wow.
With 9 laps to go in stage 2, Kyle Busch
now that's
piles up his Camry.
That's now the 3 wide.
And around goes the 18. He catches the 19. Mark Truex Jr. into the wall.
Straight. Get going. They're wrecking behind it. Pick it up a little bit.
Contact. Cole Custer involved.
From the highest of high to now the low. Cole Custer wins at Kentucky and now wrecks out at Texas. The wait will have to continue for Kyle Busch fans to see him in victory lane. He has just brought out the first caution. Huge damage to the right side of that car. Running in the 6th position.
Hard hit the 18 of Kyle Busch. So a caution has come out.
Yellow.
Don't worry, at least he won the Fall Texas race in 2020, but that's besides the point. Kyle Busch had an off-season in 2020 with 1 win, 14 top 5s, 20 top 10s, 0 poles, and an average finish of 13.8. I don't know what happened to him in 2020. After the season, people thought it was just one odd season, but we all know that was not the case.
Oh, teammates!
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. You can see Kyle gets loose, had to check up. He either got tight and went up the racetrack, or the back end stepped out, but he had to check up, and Ross Chastain was wide open.
Yeah, it looked to me like he got loose on the throttle, had to check up at the wall to stay out of it. 42 got into him. Exactly what we saw with the 48 and the 42 earlier. 18, 48, 34, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson again.
Man,
we got a parking lot.
There was so much dust flying off the rear tires of those cars as they did that restart. I don't know if anybody could see in front of them.
53 was in it. The 66 stopped to miss it. Back straight away. His Claude completely backed up. And it started with Kyle Busch sideways with another car blocking the entire back straightaway.
With only 2 wins, 14 top 5s, 22 top 10s, 0 poles, and an average finish of 12.8. Honestly, it was a good season on paper, but with him, it was a bad season. In 2022, NASCAR went to the Gen 7 car, and a lot of people are ready to start a new car, but it wasn't going to be easy for Kyle Busch with him having a contract year, and Mars Incorporated, the owners of Snickers, Skittles, and mostly M&M's are going to leave after 2022. And honestly, it was a decent start of the season with 1 win at Bristol Dirt, and just like Darian said, it was his last win with JGR, because before and after his only 2022 win, it was the dark age of the 2022 season for KFB fans.
No! Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Oh, crap.
And nobody does it better than this. Look at this.
Spin in front of Joey Logano.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch had drifted back from 3rd to about 11th,
especially if the tires are down.
and then goes around coming off turn number 2. Oh no!
Kyle Busch.
Ethel M is in trouble. That's the big money chocolate.
And it's also getting into turn 3 spin out right there.
Turn 2 again, and it's Kyle Busch. Hangs on to it, but somebody spins way up in front of him, and that's the 31 has gone around, and we're back to caution for Justin Haley.
Back.
2 cars hard in the wall, and Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch crash.
More behind him, stacking up behind him.
Ty Dillon into the wall, and Chase Briscoe, last week's winner, spinning.
You can see them all the way underneath those curbs, though. He just got loose actually before that, though. He wasn't even on a curb. I don't think that was braking issue there, Tony.
No, that wasn't a downshift problem. It wasn't a brakes problem. It was a got a little push from behind problem.
Little help.
I'm not going to stay at stats for 2022. If you don't want to know, then go watch Black Flags Matters channel. Before the end of the season, Kyle Busch signed a deal with Richard Childress Racing in a multi-year deal and signed a deal for Kyle's son, Brexton. With him signing for 2023, he had a good start with winning 3 races and some top 10s and top 5s in the first half. But in the second half,
of the tire barrier. After that, I should be good. Kyle Busch, you see him just sliding. He was very nervous about the wet conditions, and that
you're definitely going to hit something. Stands in the throttle right there, and that kind of drives the speed down as the car's heading back into the fence. Locking up the tires right there.
You can hear him.
Yeah, he's in.
Kyle Busch spins around and backwards. If you wait a moment, here comes the 7 of Coil of Joy.
Heard drivers talk all day about how loose they are, and here it is. 8-car Busch just trying to be in the throttle. Back end just comes around. And it came around quick. He was in the throttle, and it started around before he even lifted. It surprised him.
and it doesn't help that he was eliminated after the round of 12 in the playoffs. But it was an okay season for Kyle with, I'm not going to tell you the stats again. So what happened to Kyle Busch? I think the reason why Kyle Busch is not winning that much is because of lack of practice, and mostly RCR are still having on a downfall. But practice is the main reason. In 2020, when NASCAR was the first sport to return in the pandemic days, NASCAR said that there will be no practice or qualifying because of COVID, and they set the lineup by metrics, and it brought it back for most races in 2021. NASCAR did bring practice back, but only for 20 minutes. It's already bad enough that he's having a bad winless season so far this year. I wish NASCAR could just give teams 1 hour of practice and maybe Kyle Busch will succeed. But until then, he's going to have a couple of more bad seasons to come.